Hi everybody, just wanted to stop by. First of all, I finally have my cable back. It's been out since the 4th or the 3rd, and living without it is kind of like living in a cabin in the woods with no electricity, no running water, nothing that makes life the way we know it. And that's kind of a scary thing when you think about it, because we've become so dependent. But my whole life revolves around being able to get in touch with people and keep in touch with the world. So I'm really happy to be back, but I had a little bit of an uncomfortable experience today that left me feeling upset is not the right word. Well, let me tell you what happened. I had an appointment with the dentist. I had paid almost $5,000 for my original denture, and with the final extractions that he did. And I got the teeth that, as we all know by now, are on an angle, dented in. These tilt out. They gave me eye teeth on the bottom. This hangs over too far on the side. There are so many things wrong with it. On the plus side, they're functional. I can eat, I can chew, I can talk, I can seem normal. I just don't have a pretty smile. And I felt, to me, I was spending a great deal of money to get a pretty smile. I wanted somebody in my world to say to me one day, wow, you have a beautiful smile. Was not likely to happen. It hasn't happened. It won't happen. It is what it is. So originally, when the denture was made, I had told my dentist how unhappy I was, and that I went home and cried for 3 days. It was that disturbing to me. There were so many emotions tied to it. He, at first, was trying to make it okay. And then I guess he finally realized that there was an issue, and he agreed. He spoke to his lab. The lab agreed to make it for him, and he told me that they would. He told me at the time to wait 4 to 6 months, because then the remade denture would be the best fit, because my gums will have shrunk and done what they needed to do to make the fit really right. Fast forward to today. I didn't do it earlier because I really was so afraid that they would make the second one wrong, and I couldn't face the devastation of that, because then I would have no more options, because it's just too costly to do over again. So then came the whole thing with Russell and my trying to get a set from him, and it looks as if we're really close to a resolution on that one. At least I pray that we are. So I went to the dentist, and actually what happened was, previous to this, on my last appointment, I chose to hold back a payment of $230. That was all that was remaining of the just under $5,000 that I paid. And I did it on purpose. I did it because my feeling was it was the only leverage I had to give me any options whatsoever in terms of getting this done. When they called me telling me that I hadn't made the payment, I told them the truth. I said I very purposefully did not, because it was my leverage, and I wanted to make sure that I got the remade denture first, and that would be it. So I go into the office today, and I should have realized the minute the dentist came in, he has always effusively greeted me. I've been going to him for probably 15 years, and together we worked really hard to save my old teeth, which it turned out it was not possible to do. He didn't greet me the way he normally did, and he said, "So what brings you in?" or something like that. And I said, you had told me that you were going to remake these, and that I should come in 4 to 6 months, but I wanted to give it time. And frankly, I said I was really concerned, because if you just remake the top, and if the bottom is still wrong, it's too high, it slants forward, it's got these stupid eye teeth on the bottom. And I said, if you make the top to go with the bottom that's wrong, the top will be wrong. So I really need the bottoms remade as well. So I said, I need you to tell me, and I need to get some kind of good price on this because it's not my fault it was made wrong. That's when he told me he had no recollection of having that conversation with me. And I said, surely you have notes about it, because you and I had extensive conversations about it. I said, and one day you walked into the office and you said to me, you're going to be very happy. I have good news. And I said, that's when you told me that your lab had agreed to remake them. And he said he had no record of anything that conversation ever took place. So in essence, my feeling was he was calling me a liar. I never recorded the conversation, so I had no proof of it. At one point, his chairside assistant came in, and I said to her, do you remember the conversation where he said they were going to remake this because it was made wrong? And she said, yes. And I thought, well, thank God, at least somebody does. So he was in a position then, I guess, where something had to be done, but clearly he was not happy. And I was extraordinarily unhappy. It's not the first time he told me he was going to do something that he didn't, and I had wanted to say, let me have it in writing, but you sort of want to believe what people tell you, and I'm sure when he said it, he meant it. I don't think he lied to me. I think he just said something that he forgot that he said, and that really was not good. So what he said to me, first of all, when I showed him how wrong the teeth were and what all the issues were, he said to me, I think you're being too picky. When he said, I think you're being too picky, I have to tell you, Tammy, if you see this, you're the first person who came to my mind, because I remember when the guy told you that you were being too picky. Forgive me. You all know me. I am not one. I use pretty tame, pretty decent language on here as I do in my daily life. Bullshit. Bullshit. You're not too picky if you want something that is what you should have gotten to begin with. It's wrong. So then he proceeded to tell me that the things that I wanted, which were for the teeth to be a little further back, for it not to add this extra bulge here that gives me the monkey mouth that I never had, to change the shape of my face, all the things. And he then proceeded to tell me that it was not possible to do. When he said that, I took the pictures out from my phone of the Russell denture. And I said to him, you can't tell me it can't be done, because here it is. It's being done. I want normal looking teeth. These teeth are not normal. They're not. Maybe with enough makeup on, with enough camouflage, it can look okay, but when you look at them up close, and I just ate something, so if you see anything on my teeth, forgive me, I'm usually not a pig. They're not normal. Then just look how it sticks out here. Look how it hangs over. Look how it dents in. Look how this dents out. Look how they put top eye teeth on the bottom. What is normal? So by now I was feeling really upset and thinking, oh my God, I really have no options. I always thought that this was my option to at least get it rectified and have a good, decent set in addition to what I was getting from Russell. And I pray that that works out to actually have the bite that I can use to make it functional. I then got upset because the dentist, when he asked me who made it, was it a dentist or was it a lab? And I said, no, it was a lab. And he asked me about how it was done. And then he told me that it was illegal. And at that point, I wanted to hit him over the head, because I wanted, and I said to him, I said, this man is a godsend to all the people out there who can't afford to get a really decent denture, or maybe haven't gotten them. And how upsetting is that? They at least have a viable option at this point. So, needless to tell you, my entire experience today left me feeling shell-shocked, left my dentist telling me, okay, if you like this guy so much, how about if I make impressions and let him make the denture? And I said, no, because I want the Fanaris teeth that I paid for. I paid for this the first time. I want my Fanaris 2 teeth, and I need them to redo it. So I'm not sure what's happening at this point. I haven't heard back from the dentist. And he wanted me to set up another appointment to get in there and have some new impressions made and just get started with the process again. And he was going to charge me for a new lower at a discounted price, but still a hefty price. And I'm left feeling, I almost feel as if somebody took me out in the middle of the ocean in a rowboat and they took the oars and left me there. It's how I feel. And it's really extremely disturbing. So I think it's a little bit of a rant. I didn't mean it to be, but I think it is. I'm hoping that he does resolve this, but you know, he was sort of telling me that he's gonna really get hit with the cost at this point, and that was not my intention. The lab had originally agreed to do it, but am I supposed to be the one who takes the hit? Am I supposed to be the one? Yes, I have functional teeth, but this is not what I wanted. He also asked me if I was happy with the color, and I said no. I said the original color I told you I wanted was the A1. I said, you talked me out of it, you talked me into the A2, and I said, I don't hate them, but if I'm remaking them, I don't love them. And I asked for the A1, and you know, he told me again that he thought it was unnatural looking. And I said, that's not the tiniest bit true today, because so many people get their teeth bleached. So many people have veneers, and they do all kinds of things where people having teeth way whiter than the A1 is not at all unusual. So it would not scream denture. In any case, I'm rambling on, and forgive me, it's not who I like to be, but what can I say? Not my best day. Let me know what you think. Thanks. Take care, and I hope your day was a heck of a lot better than mine. Bye-bye.